while the world surrenders to the silent collapse of comfort. An invisible army has made the decision to turn its back on immediate pleasure and use the coldest hours of the early morning as a training ground for a life of dominance. The pillow is no longer a refuge. It has become the exact boundary between who you are right now and the legend your name can represent. The question that echoes at this very moment is not whether you are ready to wake up at 4 in the morning, but whether you are willing to pay the price for greatness while the rest pay the price of oblivion. The silence that precedes the sunrise is not empty. It is an arena where mental steel is forged and where commitments to yourself cease to be negotiable. The modern world has designed a labyrinth of notifications, fake deadlines, and chronic anxiety to keep you asleep, literally and metaphorically. The Denzel Washington 4A Products Blueprint tears up that map and imposes a new cartography of existence, where every minute stolen from sleep is a brick laid in the foundation of a legacy that speaks louder than any excuse. To understand the magnitude of this transformation, you must accept that the morning routine is not a productivity protocol, but an active war against mediocrity. The silence of 4 a.m. eliminates the digital noise that pollutes the mind before you even utter the first word of the day. There are no emails screaming, no social networks hijacking dopamine, no bosses, clients, or distractions dictating your direction. In this intentional vacuum, the only voice that matters is yours, and it is precisely that voice that needs to be trained to command rather than obey. Denzel Washington personified this philosophy over decades, not only
through impassioned speeches, but through the silent discipline of someone who understands that character is built backstage, when no one is watching. His famous maxim that discipline is doing what you hate, as if you loved it, is not a motivational quip. It is the genetic code of anyone who has decided to stop betraying themselves daily. At 4 a.m., you are not losing hours of rest. You are reclaiming sovereignty over your creative energy and placing yourself in a position of tactical advantage that the majority will never know. Because the majority prefers the anesthesia of a warm bed to the invigorating harshness of purpose. Each time the alarm goes off in the darkness and you hesitate, a battle is waged between two versions of yourself, the one that wants immediate comfort and the one that desires future reward. Winning that battle daily is not a punishment. It is the most sublime expression of self-love. Morning discipline, interpreted through the prism of Denzel, does not appear to punish you. It appears to protect you from the bitterness of wasted talent. When you rise while the world sleeps, you are telling yourself, in a language far deeper than words, that you deserve the best of yourself. You are communicating to your subconscious that your dreams are not mere whims but sacred commitments. The sacrifice of extra sleep ceases to be a loss and transforms into a very high return investment, because the hours subtracted from rest are reinvested in building an identity armored against life's storms. The man or woman who masters the morning does not depend on external motivation. They have become the source of their own spark. And that spark is not ignited with cheap positive thoughts, but with the daily friction
between the body begging for 5 more minutes and the soul commanding immediate action. The uncomfortable truth that no one tells you is that success is not a matter of innate talent, but of well-executed monotony. While you wake up in a hurry, react to messages, and chase the day like someone running after a train that has already left, the practitioner of the 4 a.m.
blueprint has already sat down in the driver's cabin.
They have already hydrated, moved their body, silenced their mind, visualized the victories of the day, and studied while you were still fighting the snooze button. This cumulative advantage is explained by the relentless mathematics of small gains. 1 extra hour of daily focus represents roughly hours per year, the equivalent of 9 40-hour work weeks that you dedicate exclusively to your growth. It is not about boasting about few hours of sleep, but about understanding that restorative sleep is sacred and must be protected with a fierce nighttime hygiene, while the early morning hours are reserved for self-development. The Denzel blueprint does not advocate sleep deprivation. It advocates optimizing your awakening so that your very first action of the day is a non-negotiable victory, creating a domino effect of self-confidence that will extend into. Look around you. Society is programmed to make you believe that sacrifice is an anomaly, that voluntary suffering is a behavioral deviation. But excellence demands the exact opposite of that plasticized thinking. The pain of waking up early is temporary. The pain of regret for not having lived your potential is a perpetual sentence. The 4AM blueprint does not promise a life free of problems. It promises a mind
so sharp and resilient that problems become mere stepping stones. The philosophy of Denzel Washington is a brutal reminder that God, the universe, or existence, however you prefer to call it, does not respond to wishes. It responds to work. And high-caliber work begins when the world is still submerged in silence, because it is in that stillness that you can hear the whispers of your intuition and the directives of your mission. Social media, bad news, corporate gossip, all of it tries to hijack your attention first thing in the morning. But the 4 a.m. warrior knows that the first input of the day defines the output of life. If the first thing that enters your mind is garbage, your output will be garbage, regardless of your intellectual capacity. Take complete control of the narrative. At 4 a.m., you are the exclusive author of your script. No one sends you a message asking for an urgent report. No one summons you to a futile meeting. No one drains your energy with complaints. The first hours of the day are a sacred laboratory where you test the limits of your own discipline and expand your mental domain. It is the moment to study that book that will change your business vision, to write the strategic plan that will reposition your career, to pray or meditate to align the spirit with action, to sweat until the body understands that the mind is the commander and not the slave of instincts. Every push-up, every page read, every minute of silent planning is a vote of confidence that you deposit in your future self. And your future self is counting on you now, at this exact moment of decision, because it knows that the difference between a project that dies in the drawer and an empire that transforms generations boils down to an uninterrupted succession of well-spent early mornings. Do not be fooled by the romanticization of hard work without direction. The 4 a.m. blueprint only becomes a tool of greatness if it is coupled with a crystal-clear vision. Before sleeping, the strategist has already defined the target they will take down the following day. They do not wake up early just to feel virtuous. They wake up early because they have a war to win, and they know that silent preparation is what defines the winner even before the fight begins. Clarity of purpose is the fuel that gets you out of bed without negotiation. When you fall in love with a goal so big that it scares you, 4 a.m. ceases to be a sacrifice and transforms into a privilege. You stop counting the hours you slept and start counting the lives you will impact with your work. The Denzel Washington mindset teaches that faith without works is dead, and works of excellence require you to anticipate the sun. While the mediocre beg for one more hour of sleep, you beg for one more hour of intense and meaningful living. The time has come to dismantle the illusion that rest is always the best choice. Rest is sacred, but rest without conquest is merely an escape disguised as self-care. Have you noticed that the most successful people rarely talk about how many hours they slept, but constantly talk about how many hours they lived with intensity? This is not an apology for burnout. It is the realization that vital energy multiplies when spent with purpose. Your body was designed to adapt, and a solid morning routine regulated by an equally respected bedtime creates a powerful circadian cycle that increases the quality of deep sleep. By waking up at 4, you are not cutting rest. You are reprogramming your organism for a state of productive alertness and more efficient recovery. Sleep science shows that consistency of wake-up time is more important than the absolute amount of hours slept, provided the total is sufficient. The secret lies in going to bed early with the same discipline with which you rise early, honoring the temple of the body so that it serves your mission with vitality. The silence of the early morning also offers a rarely mentioned gift, the absence of comparison. During the day, you are constantly bombarded with the successes of others, with the edited lives on social media, with vanity metrics that make you feel insufficient. At 4 a.m., there is no one to prove anything to. You are alone with your thoughts, your prayers, your notebooks, and your dumbbells. This solitude is not isolation. It is the antechamber of mastery. In it, you rescue the ability to hear yourself and adjust the route without the interference of unsolicited advice. It is in this space that business-changing ideas emerge, complex problems are solved, and decisions that require courage are made. Your mind, freed from noise, operates at a frequency where creativity and strategy flow without the typical blockages of daytime stress. You become a general planning the battle in the silence of the barracks, long before the troops enter the field. Now, ask yourself with brutal honesty, what has your current life demonstrated that the majority of people around you are not willing to do? If the answer is nothing extraordinary, then your morning routine is the starting point for reinvention. The Denzel Washington 4 a.m. blueprint is not a productivity trick. It is a declaration of independence. It is the moment you free yourself from the tyranny of urgency to embrace the sovereignty of what is important. All great transformations begin with an internal decision that manifests externally through consistent actions. And the most consistent action you can implement is to overcome the first temptation of the day to remain in the comfort zone. When you defeat the alarm, you establish a neurological precedent that you are the one in command. Your brain records that victory and increases your self-efficacy for the challenges that follow. Within a few weeks, what was painful becomes automatic, and what was automatic reveals itself as the foundation of your new identity. Do not underestimate the power of a silent morning to rewrite your financial, emotional, and spiritual history. Think of all the times you postponed the project that could have changed your life because you didn't have time. The time always existed. What was missing was the correct hierarchy of priorities. At 4 a.m., priorities stop competing with urgencies. You look at your calendar and instead of reacting, you project. You place the deep work blocks first, the ones that truly move the needle of your results. The daily half hour of reading, the writing of 1,000 words, the strength training, or the spiritual practice stop being negotiable items and become immovable cornerstones. This is the true meaning of self-management. It is not about managing time. It is about managing your attention and your energy in the direction of your legacy. And no legacy is built by chasing the clock. It is built by getting ahead of it. Discipline, in Denzel's view, is the bridge between your dreams and your accomplishments. But that bridge is not built with abstract materials. It is built with the concrete of repeated actions, especially on those days when motivation has evaporated. There will be cold, dark, and lonely mornings when your body screams to stay in bed. It is precisely those mornings that will define your destiny. Because genuine discipline does not manifest on easy days, it reveals itself when you execute even feeling zero desire. It is at that breaking point that character is forged. And by doing it repeatedly, you develop an armored self-confidence that does not depend on external validation. You begin to move with the silent conviction of someone who knows they have already paid the price while others were sleeping. That energy is magnetic and opens doors that talent alone would never open. The 4 a.m. blueprint also offers a strategic advantage in the world of business and career. While your competitors wake up dazed and take hours to reach a productive state, you have already completed the mental warm-up and are operating at maximum capacity when the workday begins. This means your decision-making is faster, your emotional reflexes are more controlled, and your strategic clarity is evident. Leaders notice, clients perceive, and opportunities gravitate around those who exude presence and preparation. You are not just gaining hours. You are gaining a competitive asymmetry that the market rewards generously. And when the day ends, you can rest with a clear conscience, knowing you have significantly advanced on your journey without the anxiety of having wasted the day on trivialities. The time has come to reclaim your greatness. Greatness is not a destination reserved for a genetic elite. It is a daily, painful and solitary choice. It is the choice to get up when the whole world seems to be against you, to keep the word you gave to yourself, and to refuse mediocrity as a personal insult to your very existence. The Denzel Washington 4 a.m. blueprint is not about sleeping less. It is about living more intensely. It is about refusing life on autopilot and embracing the conscious authorship of every chapter. While others sink into bed, you grab your life with both hands and sculpt your destiny with the precision of a goldsmith. Silence is your atelier, discipline your chisel, and purpose the masterpiece that you deliver to the world. All great internal revolutions begin with a symbolic act of rupture. For many, that act is the first morning when the alarm rings at 4 and the body obeys. In that instant, you break a generational cycle of mediocrity, because the decision to get up does not impact only you. It alters the vibration of your home, the example you leave to your children, and the standard you impose on those around you.